Welcome to this video demonstration of GasAssure. In this video, we will introduce the new features in version 1.2. These features help refine the project model and produce forecasting results with increased accuracy. For the purposes of this presentation, we will use example 3 of the stock examples included with GasAssure. From the start of the process, the reservoir's production history can now be included so that the simulation begins with the correct starting pressure. There are extended reservoir description variables that now allow for improved water encroachment predictions. In addition, volume tables can now be specified so as to more realistically account for changes to gas in place. In the well completion node settings, the maximum water level for the perforation can now be defined. In the wellhead node settings, the downtime of the well at the platform level can be specified in order to account for reliability calculations. Tubing lift tables can now be plotted for easier QC purposes. In addition, decline or type curves can now be defined at the well level. This feature supports the handling of over 1,000 wells for unconventional gas reservoir modeling. The same option can be found for the network entry nodes. The type curve function can now handle time-based and cumulative-based reservoir production data. The peak potential rate can now be plotted against time or cumulative production. This is the same for average potential rate of gas. Platform downtime is now represented as a fraction, so as to handle the likelihood of unplanned maintenance. Facilities modeled in the form of nodes or compressors now feature constraints tables, so as to account for changes in pressure, and production recovery and destination tables that can now be varied independently over time. It is important to double-click on the product to define its destination. Right-click or secondary click on the destination table to define its destination. For the purposes of presenting the new features for the compressor node, let's put a node here in the system. The compressor models are based on the pressure equation, and a performance curve option has been added. For links or pipelines, pressure drop tables now include the pressure equation, where the drop in pressure can be expressed as the relationship between inlet and outlet pressure and flow rate. Using this equation is a more refined method of defining pressure drops. In addition to the global settings is the option to group network entry nodes or platforms that may or may not be connected in GasAssure. These are referred to as sources and groups. These can be formed using the sources and groups function. Network entry nodes can be grouped into what is referred to as sources. The sources can be further combined into what is called groups. The sources can be controlled based on maximum, minimum, and target rates. They can also be ranked for optimal production allocation. Adjustments to groups can provide an additional level of flexibility in controlling flow through different nodes in the network.